bang, boom, boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, boom.
Yo, what up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. This is the show that is meant to teach and help you, the viewing audience. But I need to remind you, as always, that the opinions stated in the show are not that of Smiteworks LLC, Smiteworks USA LLL, Smite of the Fantasy Grounds Company, or DM's Guild, or the Forge. And today, guys, it's just going to be Drake and I. Drake, how are you doing?
My opinion doesn't count either, so don't
Yeah,
don't
yeah, it
don't
doesn't
count
count.
mine either. I'm doing good. I've had a productive day.
We have no female hosts today. So
None.
there you go. I'm going to right away take their names out. You know I like to do that.
Delete.
I like to remove their names if they're not here. Um
Well, if you attend the show the most, more than Rob, then you get to take it over. So
right. And how many times has everybody been here? I've been here 243 times. Fury's been here 172. Leroon 92. You are about to surpass Leroon. And Robin is 71.
it
Yes.
seems a lot. Like 71 seems a lot more than I remember.
Well, you've probably been here for all the ones she's been here for, maybe, or not. But and the story is like Leroon and I started the show in 2018, and then Furied Fate joined us, and then Leroon left, and then you came in, and then Robin came in, and then Robin was a permanent host, but then she had to kind of leave, and then she came back, and then now she's every other time or so. And then Furied
Surprise
Fate, I
guest.
I don't know about. I honestly do not know. I haven't talked to her. Let's take a look. Furied Fate has not been here for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 shows, and she was there. Then she missed that one before. So I don't know. I do know that she has like 7,000 members of her extended family staying at her home, so she might be quite busy. But she didn't tell me that she wasn't coming today or whatever. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get to the show.
Her computer room is now bunk beds.
So welcome everybody. We do have Fantasy Grounds here, so we have the application ready to open if we should need to do that. If anybody watching the show in the Twitch chat has questions about Fantasy Grounds, you're free to type them out, and we will do our best to answer / show you what's going on. What's Fantasy Grounds? I'm very new. Oh, well, if you're being serious, then you should just go to fantasygrounds.com and check that out for yourself, because it is the application that plays role-playing games, and we use it exclusively on this channel for all the shows that we do. And we have games.
Let's
Huh?
let's take a look at all the games that you can play on Fantasy Grounds.
Oh
I haven't
yeah,
looked at
let's
that in a
okay,
while.
let's all right, fine. You want me to go to that URL? I'll go to that URL myself right now like that. And you can go over here like here and you can see
Look, oh, I
D&D,
haven't played it.
Pathfinder, Traveler, Star Trek, Starfinder, Dune,
Dune.
Fallout, yeah, Dune.
I heard
Shadow
the
of the Demon
Fallout
Lord.
is really, really good.
The Fallout
the
RPG
rule
is
set.
good. I don't know. Cyberpunk, Vampire the Masquerade, Vaesen, Symborum, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Old School Essentials, Savage Worlds, Deadlands, Alien Traveler, Call of Cthulhu, Barbarians of Lemuria, never heard of it, Castles and Crusades, Rollmaster, Mutants and Masterminds, the new WOIN, don't know what that stands
What
for.
is that?
13th Age, let's click on it. Fifth,
There's a little word underneath of it. I can't read it.
yeah, it says role-playing game system.
Oh.
So what is WOIN? Maybe somebody could tell us.
There it is.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
Those that we just went over are only the official rule sets. There's many unofficial rule sets. So it's like almost any RPG you can play. What's old is new.
And
Thank you,
cards.
Malcolm. With your new module keeper, can you show how it does it or how it should make it easier?
Your module deal.
Are you talking about the Rob Twohy module updater?
Probably. I would guess yes.
Oh, okay, yes, I can show that. So the Rob Twohy module updater, let's first go find that. I'm surprised that doesn't have a... Here it is right here. I'll put the link in the
On
chat.
the Forge.
This is on the Forge. This is what Irish Irish Lad's asking about. Now, I will go to load a campaign. You do need to have this extension loaded, so I will load it. Rob Twohy module updater. So this module updater, it does a very specific thing, and only a very specific thing. What it does is it keeps you up to date automatically on any item on the DM's Guild, not the Forge, but the DM's Guild, that is a, quote, Rob Twohy product, typically with the purple covers. So my coding packages... You know, there's about, I think there's maybe 25 things or something. But it'll give us a list right here. Here they all are. So the Acme spells, Unknown Whom 1 and 2, background and equipment bundles, background proficiencies, Yamama jokes, the Defier class, Dragonlord class, quick...
It knows which ones you own.
Right, and that's the cool thing about it. And then the coding packages, inspiration cards, all the rest of the coding things. So basically everything I've done... that is, you know, again, something with a purple cover on DM's Guild, not the Forge, even though this is purchased on the Forge. This is for the DM's Guild, not the Forge, because Forge stuff is updated automatically by the Fantasy Grounds program. And this was a sort of a workaround. And what this will do is, if you own it, it'll show it here. If it needs an update, there'll be a star here. You can load a thing. You can make it public, meaning that your players can see it. If there's a reference manual, which they all have, there'll be a shield here for that, but not until it's loaded. And then if you don't own something, you can click on the link to go to this. Like, for example, say you didn't own the wands. You could click here and it would take you to that particular thing to go buy it. Wands for $1, like that. So
And the whole thing's $10. $10 make you holler?
yes, it is. It is $10, and it should be probably more than that, but $10 is good.
One-time fee.
400 people have bought it, so it is a thing that people
Wow.
like. It's got a 5-star rating. Oh, it wants me to rate. Oh, should I rate it 1 star? No, I'm just kidding.
Then you can yell at yourself.
Yeah. No, you know, that's the thing. The Fantasy Grounds Forge has ratings, but they don't have comments. Like DM's Guild, you can also comment, but in here you can just give it whatever stars, and that's all you want. All right, so And then what happens is it knows what you own, right? So it basically reads your hard drive, and it knows which of these you own and which of these that you don't own. And then it loads them into memory. So I'll show you. This might take a second. Oh, wait, I didn't. Okay, yeah, I didn't choose anything to load. My bad. Let's go back to that. I'm going to say load all, right? Okay, now I'm going to load them. Now this is going to like give me the blue circle of death for like maybe 45 seconds or something. Because basically what it's doing now is it's going to load everything I own into memory. And the cool thing about this is you have everything in memory, but not in your module library. So I'll show you exactly what that means. Oh, Robbie Hoodie, the total cost, that's really dependent. You can do a monthly fee. You can do a full out buy it and be done with it. There's a price point if you want to be a player. There's a price point if you want to be a DM. But I'll give you the hard news. If you want to be a DM and go all in for lifetime, it's $140, and that gets you the license for life and all updates and everything. You never have to pay anything again. Now, where extra expense might come in is, each of the Wizards of the Coast modules, you have to buy them. Like, say you're a 5e player and you want to buy Curse of Strahd. You have to pay that, $25 or whatever. But same thing, you'd buy the book for $50. You just buy the program. They're usually about half what the hardcover is. Now, add-ons and extensions, and that's a whole other ballgame. That's kind of why we're here on Sundays.
I get about $4,000. I think, no,
yeah.
I don't know.
You can spend a lot of money, but you don't have to spend any money. Like, there's different ways of going about doing it. But that's kind of why we're here.
You basically need the base license, which you could, if you just wanted to just play, you could do the monthly. But then you got to buy the books. But they're yours. So...
yeah,
the DM's Guild, the Player's Handbook,
and back in the old days when people didn't want to spend money, I think people might still do this, but I think people's time is worth more than this nowadays than it used to be maybe 5 years ago. But people would take the book, take the hardback, and just type it in instead of buying it. They would just type it in themselves, which you can totally do if you've got 5,000 hours to do that. But most of us just
time
buy
is
it.
Money in my opinion. I'm like, here, somebody did a nice job. Here's your $30. Make you holla.
Right.
Or whatever the book costs.
But if you want to, you should just keep coming, Robbie, to this show every week. We do it every Sunday at this time, and we give away prizes. You might even win something tonight. You don't know. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys what's up. So let me go to my module library. So, I have Gorbidal's thing. But you see my activation, the things I have loaded, I only have one thing in. It's only one module. But if I go to like where the coatings are, they're all here. Right? I've got all of these are loaded. Everything's in. So they're all here, ready to go, like 63 pages of codes. Let's do the effects, the conditions and effects, all 5 pages of those, they're all in here. So everything, like I said, everything that's in, if you want that screen back, you just type /ROV2E. All these, see now the stars are gone because it shows it doesn't need to be updated. So all these things are loaded. If I want, say, the Defier class reference manual, I just click that right there like that. Boom. Here it is. The Defier class reference manual. And if I want to make any of these public to players that might connect to my table, I can do that. And then if I want, I can go unload all and click that, and again, it'll probably take a minute, probably not as long, but it'll go and unload everything. Now watch, you'll see everything over here disappear in this window because I'm unloading it all. But what this does is it puts it all in memory. So it does a few things. It puts it all in memory rather than actually having to clog up your library with, these 25 different modules.
Minutia.
It also does check for updates. So whenever I update a thing on DM's Guild, I always send a ping update to this thing. And then if you need to get it updated, you can go update it. And then you'll know. So it does not do updates for you. It is not automatic because that functionality simply doesn't exist. The DM's Guild has never, in 8 years or however long they've been around, they've not come around to doing anything automatically. Now, people will tell you that you can get that, whatever that is. Drive-Thru RPG does have an updater, but that fucks hard with Fantasy Grounds files. I would not recommend it myself.
And your hard drive.
My
hard drive looked at that thing like, what is this?
Yeah, if you were a PDF only user, that's what that's for, but do not use it. Just trust me. Don't use it if you're doing Fantasy Ground stuff. So, point is, DM's Guild does not do automatic updates. But this thing will tell you, hey, this one file needs an update, so you never have to worry about it. You don't have to chase it down. If you don't own this thing, what you do have to do to keep up to date on all my different things is you have to go into your account. You have to go to your DM's Guild account, right? And you have to go to your...
We should all go there now, because I haven't done it in a little while.
You should do this now. Everybody should do this now. And go to your My Library, and then you go to... Is it... Most recently update? Yeah. So, yes, Wondrous Items. I did update yesterday. So... You would see that you would rank it by date, and you'd go, oh, yesterday he updated this. I better re-download that. I think the update I made on the Wondrous Items was on the Drift Globe from yesterday's game. It did not have the light spell or the daylight spell in the Drift Globe as a code, so I put it in. So let's go back here. Still cranking away, still unloading all that. Now, it takes a long time because... It is unloading, like, when you unload the Dungeon Master's Guide from 5e, that always takes a few many seconds because it's so big. Well, this is unloading everything. So eventually I'm waiting for when it finishes, it's gonna disappear, everything we see in this list over here on the right. But what was I trying to say? Oh, but you only have to do this, you only have to load stuff in or unload it like I'm doing once if you want. You can just always leave it there. But yeah, so hopefully that explains. I did the best I could explaining it. I don't know. Did I screw anything up, Drake?
It sounded pretty good. The important thing is it helps you manage your all of Rob's modules and an easy place to see if you need an update or not. Right.
And this was programmed by Mad Nomad, former member of Team Twohy, but still current collaborator and friend. And he does get money from it. So it is his creation, and so he and I get different commissions from the sale of this. So he is getting compensated for his... so... Robbie, the thing to do is come to this show and ask questions. That's what we're here for. We'll answer your questions every week. You can come back every week and ask questions, and we'll answer them for you. And get you worked out. There is a big learning curve with this software, but it's amazing. If you go to my YouTube channel. Let me put my YouTube channel in the chat here. Go to my YouTube channel and just watch any of our games. We're currently playing Dragonlance. We're doing Keys from the Golden Vault. We're doing Divine Contention. And then over the past 8 years, I've got over 2,000 videos. So yeah, just go watch any of our recent games. Now don't be confused. We also do play Gloomhaven and Solasta on Steam. So if you're watching those, you're not really watching this. That's what we do on Wednesdays. But if you watch any of our... And they're clearly labeled. If you watch any of our D&D games, you'll see this software in action. You'll also see it's taking longer to unload than it did to load. You'll also see all of our modules in use, like all of our coding packages that we use to automate stuff, our conditions and effects that we use to make things, everything's just designed to make everything better and faster for players and for DMs.
You'll see that we're still surprised by some of it, like the
Yeah.
halfling luck and like.
Oh yeah. And one of the greatest things, I don't know.
We got it fully loaded, right? That's what we got. Fully
One of my
loaded
favorite things
Fantasy
lately is what's that spell the wizard casts and then there's 4 of them?
Mirror image.
Yeah, mirror image is so amazing because it will automatically, like if somebody attacks you, it decides was it a hit or not, and then did it hit a mirror image or did it hit you? And then if it hit a mirror image, it subtracts 1 and it keeps track of it. I don't know, it's amazing. I love it.
And then if it hits you, you take the it's like yeah.
Yeah,
before it was like, I'm going to cast mirror image, and your GM's like, all right, you're keeping track of that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and then not one of mine, but certainly one of Team Twohy's most popular seller, absolutely the most popular seller beyond anything that I do, is Diablo Bob's Critically Awesome Essentials One-Click Druid, which makes playing a druid literally one click. Like it used to be you had to make either a separate NPC stat block and you'd have the DM would have to share it with the player, and then they'd have to have 2 things, or you'd have to make a character sheet just for your
turn, and it was
and you'd have to make a whole character sheet just for your beast form, and then and it was a fucking nightmare. And now you just click a button and it changes your whole character sheet into your beast form, and then when you either shift out or get knocked out by hit points, it flips it back and it changes your token on the map, and it's amazing. And how many of those have we sold?
You can set it up for polymorph and shapeshift and wild shape and what's the other ones? There's a couple more.
Yeah, let's see how many of those we've sold. So we've sold 2,800 of the Critically Awesome Essentials. And then all my coding packages are all slightly below that. But technically you gotta add the number 703 or something to each of these. Because as I explain every time we show this, there was a time for about a year where I sold them as zip packages because the DM's Guild did not have bundle technology implemented yet. And so once they changed over to bundle technology where you could sell different titles bundled together, then I switched to that and I got rid of the zips. But you can't not count the 700 I sold before that. So this is really like 3,400 and 3,300, whatever. But yeah,
it's good to know that there's about 2,800 other nerds out there like me that love all that.
Like this is $10, so this is a dedicated nerd, but we're getting up there with some of these other titles, and so yeah, oh yeah, that's how you do it, everybody. Now I gotta remember where that goes.
Did you get unloaded?
No, not unloaded yet. What's the story?
Wow.
What's going on? Well, and now, yeah, I don't think you can see it on stream, but I got the Fantasy Grounds not responding because it really,
it's on there.
It's a big memory thing to do this, but it always works. It never like blows it up or anything. You just have to wait for it. So, oh, you can see not responding. Okay. Yeah, and it just is it's just cranking through, and I'm streaming and I've got Google open and not Google, but yeah, Chrome, which is a giant memory hog. Matter of fact, Chrome just put out an update the other day, and they don't usually do this, but sometimes how sometimes they force open a browser window and say, "Hey, here's what's new on Chrome," and they kind of just rape you, like they give it to you without you asking. It said, take it. It said, now Chrome will use less memory and whatever. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'll believe when I see it. Task Manager. Oh, there we go. So there it is. It did it.
There. Oh, gone.
Oh, and by the way, everybody, the Abandoned Mine Part 3 is out. Leo's trying to show. This is Gore Vidal's new.
It just came out this week, right?
Just came out this week. The Portal Pack is available for it too. So this is a third part in a 5-part series, and it's basically dungeon crawl at its best. You saw that map, and then there's all the room descriptions, and I think they get to the next map. I'll try. Oh, did you see? Oh my God, did you see this? Those caves. So yeah, and line of sight. We're not skimping on anything. Let me go here to how do you get that? You go like this, like that, line of sight, like that. And so Gore Vidal will be done when he finishes. It'll be a 5-part series, taking adventurers. I always forget this, Gore Vidal. Is it to level 20 or is it not to level 20? You tell me. He's in the chat right now, everybody. This one has some images. This is the interior of the. Oh, that's one of those. I'm on drugs. Look at me down the hallway. That's one of those. Thor's hammer, of course. Not really.
Wait, what happened? I can see the screen changing images, but Discord's not.
Wait, what?
How about Pop Out broke?
Pop Out broke for you?
Yeah.
It still should be showing you screen here. Screens 1. Like that.
Yeah.
So possible to make it to level 20. Okay. Trying to get to the next, see if there's just another map there. Oh, I passed it. Oh.
All pinned too.
Yeah, oh yeah, pinned automatic pins tell you here's what's in this room, here's what's in this room. Oh, it's all done. Oh my God. Guess the secret. I recognize those. Guess the secret panel. So anyway, guys, let's get the link to that. Let's see if I can just get away with
Those are Gore Vidal's characters.
Abandoned Mine Part 3. Yeah. This is the link to Part 3 here. And if you guys want to find parts 1 and 2, just click on Brian Schulten's name. That's Gore Vidal, and you'll go to all his other. By the way, I think Gore Vidal. Somebody hit all the portal packs today. I think somebody bought one of each of them. I'm pretty sure.
Rolling in. He gets like gets like 3 cents, 6 cents, and 2 cents. And 3
right.
Cents
So
and
if they all 10, he make like 28 cents. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So let's see. Let's clean that up like that. I like to have a nice clean desktop. So, all right, everybody. Does anybody have any other questions they would like us to talk about?
They can make it to level 20. So it's not encountered to level 20, but the characters could make it to level 20.
Yeah, I like he says depending on how many times they die. That's funny. McClancy, I bought a bunch of stuff last night, today on DM's Guild. Did you buy portal packs, McClancy? Well, let's look at today's sales, shall we?
We haven't looked at that in a while.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's depressing.
Because it's been too depressing.
So like this, I'm going to tell you how depressing it is. That is a good day now. That's a good day now. In the year 2020, I believe my average sales per day was $300 per day. Now I'm averaging maybe 50. And like here, I'll show you guys. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me, but you can if you want.
You can if you want.
Let's go here to this thing, right? My numbers are always public. So here, let's go over what Rob's made. So I started my illustrious DM's Guild career in 2016 on January 29th. So during that year, I sold an average of 3.5 items per day for $2.03 a day, and I made $687 the entire year. So now you go forward, 2017. This is where the coatings came in. I made almost $10,000 in a year. Now remember,
you were blown away about
this time, I decided this is my full-time job. So the next year, I made almost $30,000. Now that's not nothing. That is a lot of money. But think about your life and what you make per year at your job. That's not a lot of money.
It's
Next
like
year,
teacher. No.
next year I made $35,000. Then COVID. So 2020 I made $109,000, which was amazing. It afforded me the chance to buy a house and a car, which okay, kitty, all right, I know it's a lot of money. You just calm down. It's a lot of money, and but that's a decent American salary, which I made 1 year, not all the years, just 1 year. Then what happened?
That year is more than all the other years combined, isn't it?
It went to half, and then half again, and then it's looking like my pace for this year is back down to pre-2018 numbers. So I've made $7,000 this year. My pace at $58 a day is the pace. I'm a spreadsheet guy, right? I have every fucking day here, every day. January 29th, January 30th, January 31st, 2016. Every fucking day for 2,500 days, all the way down through yesterday, it's now 2,666 days. That's the devil. So yesterday I made $4.88. See, it's not good like it used to be. Now, one thing I will say, to be fair, is that a certain portion of that money did shift over to the forge, so I'm also making money there, but it's not making up these numbers like I used to get. So I bought a house, I bought a car. I'm very lucky. The problem is that house and that car, that 2021 RAV4 that I bought, more than likely those two items will be what I use for the rest of my life. I'm 57 years old. I will more than likely die in this house and die with that car. Those are likely what's going to happen. So there you go. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it used to be good. This was good. This was okay. And then I was like, "What? Come on!" And then what?
And you also sold a house too in the mix.
Right? My house cost $360,000. It did not cost $109,000. I sold a house, but in order to get that house that I sold for $270,000, my mom had to die. So that wasn't a good trade, but I didn't have any control over it. So she left me that house. She paid $36,000 for it in 1990, and I sold it for $270,000 in 2021. So
you think Rob's got 40 years left in him? Oh, sorry.
It's possible. What would that be, 97? So conceivably possible, very unlikely. I mean, I was in the ER the other night, fucking... Yeah, I didn't die, but...
Well, maybe your health might fail, but somebody's gonna murder you for get off my lawn.
So Drake thinks it won't be health; it'll be that I'm murdered. That's fucking amazing. I love it. Let's refresh and see if anybody... $43.31. Let's refresh. Speaking of being murdered, let's go unsolicited to the driveway cam. There's fucking children out in front of my house. The ice cream man was out there today. Fuckers.
Did you run out there with $2?
No, I don't have. Oh, God. I thought about it. Yeah, I'm too old and slow. It was like way over there. I would have never made it. Okay, so let's go back.
We should get you an ice cream cart. It's like a little electric.
What happened? Yeah, I get like a little scooter, and then when the ice cream man comes, I open my garage door and go burn it out in this little golf cart. All right, let's get rid of this over here. Back over here to the other side.
Or you could drive your car over to the ice cream man. That would have been even funnier.
So
Rob honk honk rolls down the window. Can I get a push up and
can I get a Mr. Softy and I don't even know if that's a thing. Hydrate. Hydrate. Okay, I'm gonna drink some of whatever this is. Is this water or Pedialyte? That's water. So you notice I skipped right over being in the ER. So just what happened, you guys, was Wednesday night. As a matter of fact, if you were watching us play Solasta, you might have heard me at the end of the game going, yeah, I'm not feeling that well. And I literally shut the stream off Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and went and threw up. And I thought, oh man, I went to Panda Express with Svenster earlier at about noon that day. And I thought, is this food poisoning? Because a little piece of that teriyaki chicken did come up whole, like 8 hours later. Kind of disgusting. Anyway, So, thank you. I have radio training, Robbie. That's what it is. I was sick, went to bed, did that whole thing where you're like sick and you think, and my thing is I can always sleep it off. Like whatever, I can have cancer and I can cure it by just going to sleep. So I woke up and then I was not feeling well and then I threw up again. And then the next day I threw up bile. If you've ever done that, that's like thin brown liquid. It's like your stomach acid bile. And I'm like, okay, this isn't good. So this is like 6 o'clock, 5 or 6 in the afternoon. And I texted my friend Birdie and I'm like, I'm not feeling well. Can you come check on me? And she's like, okay, I'll be right there. So she comes over and she asks me a bunch of questions. And then she calls my neighbor, Danielle, the lady who I got the cats from, who I missed out that she used to be a nurse or is a nurse, or I just didn't even know she was a nurse. And they're like, we discussed it and you need to go to the emergency room. And I go, okay. So we go to the emergency room and I'm, severely dehydrated. So they run a blood test on me. They do a CAT scan of my abdomen because I had a liver transplant. They wanted to check in and make sure. They said, okay, everything looks good. And they go, yeah, you're just dehydrated. And so they gave me, saline and nausea medication. And then I was there it was an unusually small amount of time. I was only there for like 3 hours total, like in and out, like including waiting and everything. And normally when you go to the ER, you're there 5-6 hours. I don't know. So then I came home and then I didn't feel quite right for even the next day. And then until maybe halfway through yesterday, I knew I was better.
I 100% would call that you got food poisoning. That's what I would call.
Normally, though, they say that that's something you're very aware of, and it manifests itself within 6 hours, and then you like vomit and it goes away. Maybe, I don't know, but
no, I've been totally like 3-4 days out because
really?
of food poisoning.
Well, Sven and I ate the same thing at Panda Express. We had the same meal, and he did not get sick. So,
not always the case. It could have been on a dish or on a fork or something.
Do you think maybe when I dropped my fork on the floor and then also rubbed it on my butt and then ate it, that's probably what happened?
Nah,
that's not true. Broccoli. I was using chopsticks.
It was the broccoli.
Broccoli. Who eats broccoli? Anyway, everybody. So Robbie, I'll tell you this. In 1989, I went to broadcasting school. I went to something called the Ron Bailey School of Broadcast. You can look it up. I don't even know if they have a Wikipedia. Anyway, it's completely not a thing anymore. But I did go to broadcasting school. And I was a radio DJ at one point. And
Sapphire to the center stage. Sapphire.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I also was yes, that's true. I also was at that same time period, because it was a job in broadcasting, I was a DJ at Deja Vu. That is totally true. Please welcome to the center stage, Heather, everybody. Heather. Right. It's the same thing. And that was a fun job, but not, neither of those jobs are what it's not what you think of as a glamorous, like, it would be probably pretty fun to be Howard Stern, right? But all the other jobs are just shitty, work a bee, push the button, say the fucking time and weather jobs are not good.
So you got into comedy because it was better, right?
No, a lot of people don't know this about me, and I don't usually talk about it, but since you said that, I got into comedy because I was good at it. I did not want to be a stand-up comedian. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be in movies and be in front of the camera and do sitcoms or movies or whatever. And I thought a way into that would be stand-up comedy because Jerry Seinfeld did it, Ray Romano did it, right? I thought that's one way you can do it. And I just was good at stand-up comedy, good enough to keep doing it for 15 years, but not good enough I didn't have the work ethic to make myself do the things I needed to do to become a celebrity. Because my act was different every night. And my act was a lot of improv and audience participation and sort of making the show what it was in the moment. And when managers and talent scouts and stuff would come to the improv or the Laugh Factory or the Comedy Store or whatever and see me, they would either never talk to me or they would, if they were nice enough, they would come up to me and go, you know what, Rob, you're really funny, but you don't have a point of view. You don't have a character we can put on TV. We don't know who you are. We know you're funny, but a lot of people are funny, but who are you, right? And then, unfortunately, if you take a look at any celebrity, any household name, any comic that you can name, not any, but most, their acts are very crafted and they're the same. You go see them 15 times, you're going to see the same thing word for word beginning to end, right? And that was so boring to me. And unfortunately, I did not see in time. Plus, I didn't start till I was 29, so I was late. And unfortunately, I did not catch on to that until it was too late. And then I got sick, and then I got to fucking have a liver transplant, and then I got to go home, and then my mom dies. So yeah, that's my.
So
life,
your acting career is very similar to your role playing career, right? Non-existent.
That's right. I mean, you can go find video of me, but I'm not in any major mainstream movie, and I was on a few game shows. That there's that Friend or Foe I showed.
You do have a book. There is that.
I do have a book. I have a book on Amazon.com, a comedy book, which was largely interviews that I did with comedians while I was a comedian about how to be a comic. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, I'm the lowest level celebrity that you can possibly be. Like, I know,
just
like,
below.
This is how I describe my level of celebrity. There are more people who know my name than I know their names, but maybe only like 10. It's not 10 million, it's just 10. It's just the people watching right now. But I know most of your names. So that doesn't count. The next, Rob Bunker. Yeah, Carol O'Connor was a big what do you call it? Idol of mine. Because of the Archie Bunker character, which, by the way, he was nothing like, right? But Norman Lear and that whole show. I mean, if you're not over like 40 or 45, you probably don't get it. I mean, you'll know who Archie Bunker is, but the shit they put on TV in 1975. I was like 9 years old. I was 9 years old when Saturday Night Live started, and I was watching it when I was 9, going, "Oh my God!" I couldn't believe it. So
I didn't have cable till I got into the barracks at Fort Polk. So.
P.S. Robbie Hoodie. This is what the show is when people don't ask questions. It just turns into bullshitting, in which we go for however long we see fit and then end it. But we always have fun on Sundays. And what else do? We give away prizes, which, by the way, let's do right now. Let's do that right now. Let's give away a prize. So if there are some new people besides Robbie, what we do on Sundays is give away a prize. Now, this can be any item with my name on it at the DMs Guild or the Fantasy Grounds Forge. So if you win this drawing, you can then win a thing free.
All right, so if Robbie wins, though, you got to give him more than 10 minutes because it's his first time. He's
I know.
got to sort through all that stuff. You're going to have 12
thing
minutes, okay,
on
Robbie? You have 12.
DM's Guild or the Forge. Yeah, we'll explain how to claim your.
Let the new peeps win.
Just give it to him instead of drawing. Just give it to him. Well, let's see what happens. So in the chat, anybody now, if you guys want Robbie to win, just nobody enter but him. Just let him enter by himself. So type in the chat !new guy, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off if you guys let him just do it by himself. Type in the chat. Type in the chat !new guy, and then you'll be entered into the drawing. No one's entered yet.
Robbie needs to at least
Robbie,
enter.
you got to do it. You got to enter it in there. I hope to God he didn't walk away from his computer for 1 minute or something.
He's on his phone.
Our Hammer's like, fuck you, I'm winning some shit. All right. Irish lad is in.
Somebody's winning it.
Nothing is in.
Last seconds.
All right, you guys got 10 seconds to get in real quick. All right. So good. We got some people in then. Okay. That did go for 40 seconds, though, with nobody. And poor Robbie didn't get in. He must have walked away from his computer somewhere. Okay. So let's get a winner here. Boom. Killowan hasn't won since November. So, Kellerman, you know what to do. You pick your item. You send me a Discord message. You tell me your email if it's from DM's Guild, or your forum name if it's a Forge product. Links are appreciated. And that's it. And you have 10 minutes. Do it now. Did he? Oh, he
you want the
he left.
updated.
Robbie, the new guy left the chat. He's not in the chat anymore. His name's not in the list. He just missed out. That's so. Well, sometimes you miss out. Who was it? Oh, it was Marbanya. Was it Marbanya? Watched my show and thought I was a complete asshole, which, by the way, is not untrue. But he just thought I was a really big jerk and he hated me. And then he won something. he won something like that, like the first time he ever watched. And then he ended up becoming a good friend and, being in our shows and everything. That's funny.
You yelled at him because he entered the thing again or something. He didn't.
Oh, that's what it was. He won a prize. That's what it was. He won a prize on a show. And I gave away another prize on that show, and he entered again. And I'm like, don't be a dick. But I usually try to remember to tell people, don't enter twice, let somebody else have a chance. But I did. I was like, don't be a dick. And he's like, he told me later, he's like, who are you to call me a dick fucker? It was so funny. He's a good guy. He's had recently taken a hiatus from our shows because his wife is a politician, and he's helping her.
Yep, I call him the first bitch.
He's the first bitch. Funny. All right. What else? Any more questions? Robin said
she didn't make it.
Sorry I didn't make it. Kiddo duty. That's human kids. I will be there next Sunday, she says. Okay, Robin, thank you.
Are you gonna put her in bold on the spreadsheet so you remember she said she'll be there?
No, I'm gonna remember. You know why? Because when we're here next week, I'll just scroll back and go, look at this. And Fury Fate never did show up, so we don't know. Show notes. What else? Fantasy Grounds. Rob Twohy, updater version 5. Prioritize source file, other sources vault. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what the fault. I know what the. I know what that means, but I don't know why he has that in there. Is the best way to update our modules extensions really to just download zip files and then manually drag them over, or am I just doing it wrong? Update from where?
From the DM's Guild? I have
You
a
should.
technique that I do it,
You shouldn't.
but
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be downloading any zip files from me. Are you? What's a zip file? I mean, not
dot
since.
mod files probably.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, McClancy, I want to hear about that. But wait, slow down. What zip files? There shouldn't be any zip files that you're getting from me, or that I know for. .mod files, .ext files. Yes, .zip files. Not that I can recall. I got rid of all those, I thought. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll tell you what he's talking about, everybody. When you go here, yeah, when you
I
do
don't
this,
do it that way.
don't do it that way. When you go to your My Library, and then you say, I want to download these, I want this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then you download them.
I do it all individually.
It download. No, don't do that. I mean, you can, but why? Just go. I need this. Download it and put it in your directory. Like, don't fuck around with. Don't do it that way. But McClancy has a unofficial script for that. Then you can share bits. Then yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. How many?
If you win the bundle, though, yeah, good luck.
Well, if you win the
download.
By the way,
download.
you don't want to miss the show on July 2nd because I'm going to give away at least one Insanity package on that day. Everybody wins on that day. Remember? Oh, hey, guess what we can do?
Did you schedule the show from Denver?
Oh no, we haven't gone Denver. Denver's in October. That's way down here. So we haven't done that yet. We'll have to figure out we'll probably do the show. That's the thing. I got to remember how to stream off my laptop if I'm gonna, that's what we did when we were
on your phone. You did it on straight to YouTube on your phone one time. Worked out okay.
Yeah, but that kind of sucks. Filming our game and then it's the video on my phone of my laptop screen. I don't think so. We'll figure it out.
I got a gimbal that works pretty good with a phone. A gimbal? Is that what they're called?
And then if McClancy's there, has McClancy even answered me yet? I can't even remember. McClancy, Have you answered me? Let's see if he did. No, he hasn't answered me. So if he comes, then McClancy, are you coming in October or what? If he comes, he brings like a fucking 18 barrels of Ethernet cables and a fucking T1 line adapter, and I don't know what he brought that one time.
In Orlando, we just stacked the tables up and put the monitor up top. So
yeah. So what we're talking about, everybody, is we did these live get-togethers. So in 2018, that was 2018, right? July 2018.
No.
2019. No, it was.
You're better. Yeah. I'll say 18. Yes.
Okay, 18.
That's you.
We went
right?
to the Fantasy Grounds Unity Alpha Party, which was me, Drake, and like 2 other people, and but we stayed in Airbnb. Drake and I and Baboonsky and Marbania. Was it just us 4?
Yeah.
And then
remember it was the 2 alphas and their dates is the $50
Oh
date.
right, yeah, fuck. I still think Baboonsky got away scot-free. I don't like it.
He paid.
Yeah, Drake and I paid $700,000 or whatever it was. And
we got a T-shirt.
And so we were at the Airbnb in Orlando, and Then we had all our laptops around the table, and we gamed a little outside of what we did at the actual alpha party, which was at the Holiday Inn meeting room. And Zacchaeus came and dropped by and visited us for a while in his
It
kilt.
was so fun role playing with him.
It was great. Yeah.
It was so fun.
And so then but anyway, so then we did a couple other get-togethers. We did 2 of them in Colorado, and I think 16 and 17. And then we did... Oh, maybe the alpha party was 19, because I think 18 was Canada. We did Whistler, BC. So we've done it 4 times. And so this will be the 5th time we're doing it in October, back to Colorado again. And personnel involved in this one will be myself, Drake, Gwydion. Gwydion's the one that sets up the lodging usually. He belongs to a place that has... You can get these fancy $10 million homes to rent for like a weekend, and it costs like $60 billion. I don't know how much it costs. You know what? Hold on. McClancy has answered me, but I'm not going to dox this in case. Okay. So he's given me a quasi answer on that, so we'll know what's up later. So again, it's going to be Drake and I and Robin and Spencer and
Matt the Curie.
Gwydion and Matt the Curie, and then possibly 1 or 2 more.
And I'm gonna bring my battle bat so we could put it on the table too.
Oh, and we will stream it all. We'll find a way to stream all of it. We always try to do that. All of our past ones we are on my YouTube channel, and this will be called... I don't know that we're going to keep on with the numbering system, because technically this would be like Denver and Dragons 5, but I think what we're going to do is Denver and Dragons 2023 is how we're going to keep going with the years or whatever. Because it was Denver and Dragons, and it was Denver and Dragons, and then it was Whistler and Wizards, and then it was Orlando and Ogres, and now it's back to Denver and Dragons again. And I made hats. There were hats. Where was a picture of that? I made hats the first year. I lost mine about a year ago, but is that an off topic? Let's see. Yeah, I made... Oh, I could have swore that was here. Where's the picture of that hat? Damn it. I can't remember what I did with it. But here, I'll just put it in our chat. I'll use my phone to put it there. It's actually the what do you call it? The wallpaper on my iPhone. Oddly, I do not know how to get a picture of my wallpaper. I have to go into settings and fuck. Does anybody know how to do?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Well, this is not the picture that I want to use, but it'll be the picture that I use because I found it. This is a all things. What is this called? ATF. Oh, what the? Okay, here we go. I think so. I'm doing this from my phone now. I'm posting this picture from my phone so we can see it here on screen. Here it is, right here. So, those are the hats I made. Denver and Dragons. I look sick in that picture. I look like I might have been sick or something. I don't know. And I tried to bend the, you know how you don't want to keep the thing flat, but I tried to bend so it's halfway between. Anyway, I made Denver and Dragons hats for everybody, passed them out. I was all excited. Everybody wore them for like 2 minutes, took them off, and then they lost them. I lost mine about a year ago. Can't remember where. Anyways, guys, that's what happened.
In a closet.
It's probably in a closet. All right.
when you
What?
moved.
All right. Any more questions? We got to wrap this up. Any more questions before we go? You know what I did? You know what I did in the last couple of days? I watched Rocky 2, and Rocky 3.
Wow.
And I want to watch Rocky 4, but what I want to watch is I want to watch Rocky 4, Rocky versus Drago, which is Stallone's recut that he did last year. But that one you have to pay $4 to watch, and I don't know if I want to pay $4. The other ones
I
are
watched
free.
Picard.
Picard is awesome.
Third season.
Did you watch the
really
whole? Oh my god!
Yeah.
If you're
I
next, so
was
somebody
waiting for it to get crappy. Like it was. I mean, it first started a little slow, and then it got good, and then I'm like, oh crap, it's gonna get crappy or something. It just kept getting better and better.
Yeah, so I liked all 3 seasons, but my friend Birdie, the gal that took me to the emergency room, she goes, "Oh, I just started watching Picard," and I go, "What do you think?" And she goes, "Eh." And I go, "Are you a Next Generation fan?" And she goes, "Big time." And I go, "Just watch season 3. That's all you need. You can skip season 1 and 2 and just watch season 3, because it's fucking amazing. Some of the best television, I swear to God." All right. I don't know. Irish lad, no. Thanks for the show. He's like, no, I don't need any more bullshit. All right, guys. I guess we'll cut it. Well, that was an hour. Wow. God damn. I swear that would seem like about 25 minutes to me. All right. Well, we answered questions.
I'm not going to argue.
We gave away a prize. We bullshitted, which is what I think most people like us to do.
We scared off a new guy.
Scared a new guy off right away. He'll be back. Didn't win a prize. He didn't. He could have won a prize. But okay, everybody. So join us. Here, let me put the slides on for everybody. Nope, not that. This, like this. So now we have a show every Wednesday. We got Gloomhaven on one Wednesday, and we got Solasta on the other Wednesday. And then Friday, except this Friday the 19th, we will not be playing this Friday the 19th. But Saturday we'll be back with, we played Dragonlance yesterday, so this coming Saturday we will play Divine Contention with DM Drake Takes.
I got to do some prep. You saw that spreadsheet. That
and
flow
then
chart. Whew.
Sunday back to this show, and then wrap around with. So every Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. I said that backwards. Every Wednesday, Friday. Listen, if it's not Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, we probably have a show. So enjoy the rest of your.
Come on, watch my show on Tuesday. There you go.
Tuesday, you can go to Drake's channel. Oh yeah, let's type in your channel real quick. Twitch.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Drake,
sometimes.
Drake Takes. Twitch.tv/Drake Takes. There we go, like that. And Tuesdays only. If it's Friday, come watch me. What are you doing? How dare you go watch Drake on Fridays?
Well, you can watch me for an hour and then go watch Rob.
Oh, okay. There you go. After me. Yeah. Like I'm sure at the 1 hour mark every single Friday you go. And by the way, everybody, switch on over to Rob's channel.
No one watches us for an hour. Come on.
That's so true. There's about a half a dozen people who hang with us when they do come by to watch. But the majority of days you're getting people who are punching in and out for 5 minutes, you know. You never know what's going on. I mean, I'm not a big Twitcher, I'm not a big YouTuber, and I thought that was going to for sure be something that happened to me, and it never did. And it's probably because nobody really can stand to listen to me for that long, but it is what it is. Which, by the way, I hate that. I hate it is what it is. I also cannot stand, I was today years old when I learned, I hate that one. Nailed it, McClancy, nailed it. People don't like you.
You gotta content. You gotta film everything. This is me making my breakfast burrito. You gotta film it. You gotta
tell you what. If I just put a camera in my house 24/7 and just jacked up the volume so that every move I made literally was like an ASMR thing, that might be something. Somebody was trying to just convince me that just go to McDonald's every day, buy cheeseburgers, and eat them on film. and that you'll be rich. And I'm like, I'm not seeing it. Havoc saying no. See, that's the thing, though. This type of stuff that we're talking about generally only appeals to millennials, and perhaps not even millennials, but Gen Z. Like, young people are into some fucking fucked up shit, man. I swear to God. And I try to get my niece is 16, I think. And I try to get her to keep me up on what the fuck, and then I just don't even know what she's talking about. Rob, you got to be on fleek, and you got to be fire and zazz and sizzle. You know, okay. The ice cream man is coming. All right, that's enough, everybody. We shall see you next time. I appreciate everybody's watching and listening, and I love you all. Good gaming, everyone.